Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Що ж, професорка Візлі, дякую за те, що передали мені слово.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Бляха, дарма дякував, виходить. І всім привіт! З вами я Spardovych, і сьогодні ми продовжуємо наші пригоди у Хогвартсі аж за 200 років практично до Гаррі Поттера. Ми на даний момент зупинилися, минулої серії ми зупинилися на тому, що ми ознайомлювалися з Хогвартсом, ми тільки щойно в нього вступили, і професорка Візлі нас намагається ще тут поки що ознайомити зі всім, провести нас до уроків. І не бачу сенсу їй не слідувати за нею.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Що ж, це все зрозуміло. Так, а на що ти мене на сам фонтан
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Зрозуміло. Що таке Хогсміт? Давайте, я ж не знаю, що таке Хогсміт, але
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Чудово, професорка Гекат.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard and a talented teacher.
Це чудово. Ну тоді дякую.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig, your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Ну нарешті. Професор Фіг. Фіг мені. Буду тебе назвати професор Фігушки. професор Фігушки.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be
От,
well
може, ви мені
trained.
нарешті дасте розвивати
Happily,
ті
you have the
здібності.
benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Ну, давай. Відкриваємо карту. Согласно згідно з карті керівництва, клас професора Гекат знаходиться в нижній частині астрономічного крила. Я можу заблукати в цьому замку. Можливо, краще використовувати в рукавиці зачарований компас, щоб він допоміг мені знайти дорогу. Деякі завдання заблоковані через вимоги і наявність заклинань або до вашого рівня. В цих випадках для активації завдання вам потрібно досягнути необхідний рівень або вміти використовувати необхідне заклинання. Нові заклинання можна вивчити, виконуючи завдання професорів або в якості нагород за завдання. Почніть відслідковувати завдання за допомогою, щоб продовжити.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmіta for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Що ж, ну нарешті. Ми прийшли у Хогвартс і нам нарешті дадуть відвідати уроки. Ні, це не той глобус, знову не той. Так, а от і квест. Ах, ну погнали.
Is that all you've got?
Бомбарда.
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Левіоса.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Опа. Бляха, як я його назвав?
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as master so artfully helped me demonstrate.
Levioso!
Good. Now, the basic. Well done.
Ух ти, блін, яка тут бойова система буде, це ж просто отак от.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Блін, я, до речі, забув, як Protego чеклувати. Бляха, і грав, наче ж не так далеко.
Protego!
This should be easy.
Levioso!
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it. I know.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner. You're good.
How perceptive. Thank you.
Rather good at this, aren't you?
I know.
I do enjoy life dueling.
Protego!
Students with this
Levioso!
Опана, а я вже непогано
When
освоююсь.
your opponent's guard is down.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Це цікаво.
All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way, didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Ти подиви. Інтригує.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
Так, у мене виникла зараз невеличка підозра
next.
про те, що графіка не на максимум. Хоч наче усе і на ультра стоїть. Заняття по захисту від темних чар. Прекрасно, тут ми вже пройшли. Ідемо одразу на наступний урок.
Whispers in my ear. I won't be upset. How can I raise an eyebrow to you of anything other than pure joy? Talk about this?
Так, нам треба іще вище.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Flying on a broomstick. I thought that was the purpose of training. Professor Black was terrible before he decided.
Here! Behind you! There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
А, я Spardovych
Hello,
Junior.
I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to year 5 of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone?
Ну, хоч хтось, та давай.
I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do
Разрывна.
you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Це ніби як експеліармус зараз вийде, чи як? А ні, це акціо, точно, це акціо. Експеліармус – це забрати суту паличку.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me!
Ну, давай, підемо прогуляємось.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Це точно.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Ну да, як завжди з мене. Давайте. А що я повинен зробити? Застосувати акцію.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm
Accio.
at the last possible Now, don't lose your composure. Excellent control there. Splendid!
Да, 50 очків.
Not to worry.
Блін, він впав.
Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Давай, піднімай свою дупу.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Так. Починай на цей.
Here we go!
Accio.
Стій.
Very good.
50! Як вам таке? Ого, вона теж 50 отримала, але зараз я зіграю дещо дуже брудно. О, да, я дуже брудно зіграв.
Nicely done. Be sharp.
Що у нас тепер в обох по 100.
That is how it's done.
Accio.
Ну, давай. Yes!
Perfect score. Remarkable.
Тактика. Тактика в голові галактика.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Ох ти ж, блін.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go!
There we go.
Accio.
Ага, я зробив так, що в обох по 50. Хріново.
Watch this.
Yes!
Let us see this.
Accio!
Ouch! Well played.
Тактика в голові галактика.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you.
Ну я ж на секундочку головою працювати
to become
вмію.
proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
А чим?
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Ouagadougou a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
А ця ваша Угаду це
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Так, ну пішли з ним
Of
переговоримо.
course, you can use Accio on humans.
A word, if you
you're
would.
so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
Що ж, цікаво.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Lumos. Lumos.
А Люмус Максима буде?
Protego! You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Гаразд. Заняття виконано.
Hello. How was your first day coming along?
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Дякую.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Так, а тут то десь мені пише скринька є. Вона десь наверху є. Пішли-ка її шукати.
And then the werewolves join the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves! Where were you?
Revelio.
Так, перед нами гоблена з зображеннями Варнави Вздрюченого. На цій гоблені зображена безглузда спроба Варнави Вздрючого вивчити тролей балету. Можна лише представити, який вплив на це мало би мистецтво, якби його зусилля увінчались би успіхом. Ну да, але він таки не навчив тролів танцювати балет.
Revelio.
Так, ну тут поки наче нічого. Ну, GPS, походу, мені буде казати, щоб я йшов вниз. Вау, астрономічний клас.
What are you up to now?
Так, я знайшов точку швидкого переміщення.
Protego. Levioso. Accio. Lumos.
I could just have a button.
Revelio.
Can't catch me!
О, от і скринька.
So peaceful in there.
Мені просто... Я не знаю, чому мене нагору потягнуло, але вже от раз почав, то треба дойти. А ним не можна скористуватись. Ну чому? Боже, блін, я думав, я зараз щось таке та і розглежу. Блін, і ні одним телескопом скористуватись не можна.
Revelio.
Хоч сторінку зберемо. Цей телескоп найкращий у своєму роді прибор. Що ідеально підходить для спостереження за місяцем, з зірками і всім рештом, що можна знайти на нічному небі. Кружевна шляпа чаклуна. А ну-ка поглянемо зараз. І як вона буде на нас сидіти? Нехай буде. Що ж, трішечки виходить, поміняємо свій зовнішній вигляд.
Revelio.
Оце Авада Кедавра. Це Круціо. А це Імперіо. Аресто Моментум. Що ж, прикольно, але добре, нам треба йти по сюжету вже.
Revelio.
Чомусь підсвічується.
Accio.
А якщо...
Lumos.
Треба було використати люмус.
Revelio. Accio. Lumos. Levioso.
I'll be weeks from Spintwig.
До речі, у нас немає хілок, нам потрібно би швидше тоді якось відвідати урок по алхімії, щоб ми почали хілки робити собі.
Revelio.
Треба відслідковувати. На карту би, будь ласка. Так, а от тепер ми можемо нарешті йти.
Revelio.
Вежа захисту від темних чаклунств. Боже, як же ж тут класно. Красота. Ревеліо.
Levioso. Lumos.
Я ще поки що не знаю. Три, 0 і знак питання. Можливо, тут треба такий знак. Наче він. Зверху мало би бути 0, але я не бачу, де там зверху.
My great
Ясно.
aunt was a Hufflepuff. She says it's the best.
Ну, видно поки
How
що...
nice to see you, my young friend.
Видно, поки що я цю загадку не зможу розгадати. Не можу поки що зрозуміти принципи її дії. Ну то і пішли по квесту тоді поки що. Приємна музика. О, отут треба активувати Ревеліо. Точка швидкого переміщення.
Lumos. Revelio.
Скелет Аугурея. Це скелет іранського фенікса і або Авгурея. Надзвичайно лякливого птаха, який може предсказати прихід дождя або скорбний крик. Як колись вважалось, який як колись вважалось, предвіщує смерть. Сумно.
Revelio.
Невже на вулиці йде? Казка. Угу. Це швидке переміщення. Котика! Зараз вона перетвориться в людину. От отвічаю. Ні. Я переплутав її, видно, з пані МакГонафл.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
Але, блін, містер Олівандер, якщо не помиляюсь, він торгував паличками в самій Британії. На алеї Діагон, здається. Десь на цій вулиці приблизно. Якщо мені не зраджує пам'ять, це все відбувалося в Британії, а не в Хогсміді. В Хогсміді я не пам'ятаю, щоб був магазин чарівних паличок. Принаймні, по фільму точно. Магічний рецепт.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Ну, гаразд, пішли. Набухатися пива я завжди радий. Тому потрібно вирушати якомога швидше. Вони вчать використовувати у вас нові закляття. Нагородою за виконання вашого першого завдання є відновлення чари Репаро. і необхідні для виконання інших завдань. Ви можете відслідковувати свої завдання і їх виконання в меню завдань в вашому керівництві.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that, the mending charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
Добре,
I'll
давай.
start on the task right away, Professor.
Але просто, у мене відчуття, що... Справді, картинка не на максимум. Я не розумію, чому. Наче тут високе згладжування. 60 кадрів в секунду, розумієте? 1650 вказав. Тут на ультрах все стоїть. Трасировка лечі не може бути, бо немає RTX. У мене тільки 1650. Це неможливо. Яка, до речі, година? Ух ти, 23:32. Летсплей, мабуть, знову затягнувся. Добре. Тоді не буду навпаки зациклюватися, а візьмусь за виконання завдання. Забрати парячу сторінку поряд із статуєю. Так, потрібно на карті задача. Задача професора Рона. Відслідковувати. Тоді ми отримаємо Reparo. Так, я думаю, ми за допомогою...
A flying page must be around here somewhere.
За допомогою акцію заберемо.
Revelio.
Бляха. Найшов.
Brilliant.
Перший є. Зараз зловимо тільки наступну ще.
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Так, і справді, де ж ти є?
Revelio.
Бачу сторінку.
Accio. Got it.
Зловив.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't too much trouble.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
Ай, пропустив. Reparo. Все, нове закляття розблоковано.
That's it! Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate
Revelio.
and lashed out.
Щось наче й не йшли, але тут десь сказали, що можна попрактикуватися
Reparo.
з репаро. Хоч такі толком не
Revelio.
розумів, де саме.
Accio.
Знову та загадка.
Reparo. Accio.
Блін, вот та сторінка. Давай сюди.
Revelio.
I think garlic was that venomous to attack you when you're
Accio. Reparo.
Да, явно
Revelio.
немає, що використовувати.
Never seen devils.
Явно немає, що підремонтувати. Зелений вогник просто якийсь тут помітив. Ага, це переміщалка. Все супер. Тоді ми будемо рухатися по основному квесту. Поставимо так, щоб його можна було відслідкувати. І рухаємося за ним тепер.
Can't wait till I'm old enough.
Ugh, what am I?
Що ж, ну він, звісно, і бігає.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
А чому це
Hello,
ти так
Sebastian.
думав?
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmete for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place, self-contained too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we?
Ну, давай, пішли. Ух ти, а де це є така локація? Це кістки чи чого?
I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Да ну серйозно?
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions.
Да, ну в
She
оптимізації
thinks I
все-таки
shouldn't be
трішечки
allowed in the
хріново.
restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient.
Так, попробую якось трішечки виправити це. І подивлюсь, як би я це зумів би виправити.
Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look.
What's going on?
See for
Ух ти.
yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it?
Є...
You certainly don't see that every day.
Так, а от зараз можна сказати, що картинка сильно постраждала. Не дивлячись на те, що якби ультра. Так, не піде. Quality ставимо.
Likely already named them too.
Poop and Sugarfoot.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Oh, hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities.
А як на мене, просто не треба будувати школу коло забороненого лісу.
Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh? Any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling. I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful.
Опана, а отут є згадка про те, що тут якийсь звір. Ну прям цікаво, воно ж стало аж прям ну реально цікаво.
Revelio.
Себастьян, що ти один без мене не підеш чи шо?
Mr. Moon! He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Demi-guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
A demi-guise? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts.
А от і Хогсміт.
Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place. I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame.
А тут і справді красивенько.
So how would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had a list of things to get, a wand and some other bits.
Yes. Dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new wand. And a short list gives you plenty of time to poke around the village. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished.
Ну, давай.
Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmete.
Ясно, ясно, ясно. А от і Хогсміт. Угу. Напевно, нам туди.
A full day's work clears the mind. Point of toiling if it can be done.
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Revelio.
Зелена шляпа. Магазин зілля Джорджа Пепіна був заснований в 1753 році і являється аптекою в Хогсміті, де її володарем, де її власником вважається Пері Пепін, продає широкий асортимент зілля і інгредієнтів для них. Ти Пері Пепін.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Not that she deigns to come here. Though, I don't believe I've seen your face here before, either.
It's my first time in Hogsmeade, actually.
Is it really? Well, Parry Pippin at your service. And this is J. Pippin's Potions. Potions for all ailments. You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always made me say it in full. How may I help you today?
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes. I'm new at Hogwarts.
You're the student she sent the owl about. I set your things aside immediately. I suspected if you're anything like I was at your age, you'd want your potion supplies. Is it not the most fascinating art, potion making? Rivals anything you can do with a wand, I've always said.
Are potions really that versatile?
They may not be as showy as spellwork, but make no mistake, they are just as powerful. They can heal, destroy, protect. You'll discover all of this soon enough. As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potion recipes I sell. I also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses. And I unveil new ones from time to time. Pop in when you can so you don't miss out on anything. But for now, let's get you those recipes, shall we?
Да, принеси мені мої рецепти.
What can I do for you today?
Та давай вже купи.
Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory. Or come back another time if you're in a rush today.
В мене немає рябінового відвару взагалі. От що це таке за мило? Що це таке? Це просто якось дуже дивно, що таке мило. Ну, ще все одно. Ще все одно відносно мило. Хоча може то тільки один такий його магазинчик. Ну, чесно, ну мило милом. Їй-богу. Угу. Відкрийно карту, будь ласка. А де магазин паличок? О, вот він. Лавка Олівандера. Одразу і відвідаємо.
Merlin's blooming stew.
Revelio.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time?
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect one, shall we?
Все таке мило.
No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try.
Це просто якийсь...
Well, go ahead, swish.
Це жах!
How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it.
Ні, не наша паличка.
Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try.
Ні, точно не наша.
Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing.
Поверни текстури.
Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes. I think you might be the one. Here. Take it. How intriguing.
Да, без текстур все одно якось дуже важко мені визначити паличку, яку я хочу. Ну, ця виглядає досить красиво.
Curious indeed. How intriguing.
Хай буде
A dragon heartstring wand is most powerful and learns quickly. What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future.
Ну, так, по-перше, чому таке мило? Що я накоїв? Чи що ігра накоїла? Що за мило? Це просто...
How did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
I would imagine so. A wand with a dragon heartstring core is capable of dazzling magic. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Що ж, я думаю, цей випуск абсолютно заслуговує на назву Spardovych Junior і Загадкове мило. Чесне слово. Якось потрібно розгадати загадку цього мила, бо так діло не може бути. Нарешті текстури повернулись. Ну що ж, а ну-ка, якщо я зараз зайду в магазинчик, все стане чітко. Ну вот же ж, ну красота! От тепер то красота! Ай, бляха-муха. Ну що ж, з загадковим милом розібралися, паличку ми знайшли, а от відвідай магазин чарівної брюкви і фоліанти із сувої ми вже відвідуємо наступного разу. Летсплей достатньо сильно затягнувся і не буду сильно зволікати. Буду пробувати робити наступну серію летсплею якомога швидше. Ставте лайки, пишіть коментарі, поширюйте відео своїм друзям. І саме головне, очікуйте наступну серію. Всім до зустрічі. Пока-пока.